Here we are, live and direct with Kat Rivas, sorry.
Why are we changing people's names now?
Sorry, man. Sorry. It's Kat Rivas in the house with us today at the Nightlife Entrepreneur Podcast, and we are excited, right?
Yes, sir.
Woo! Yes, we got
Welcome
the one
to-
and only super master promoter.
There you
Party
go.
people.
Kat Rivas in the house.
Hello there.
Guys, welcome to the show. Today we are going to have a good friend and now promoter, Kat Rivas, joining us. And she's going to be answering a few questions that she has no idea what they are about.
She's a little nervous, but it's okay.
No clue
Why am I
what's in
looking
store
down?
for her. So, first thing, let's welcome all the guests that she didn't know were here.
Hey, everybody, come on and join us.
Bring the husband, the boyfriend. No, just kidding.
Boyfriend and husband. Wow.
First things first.
You're living large.
Nightlife Entrepreneurs on iTunes, Spotify, on YouTube, on Instagram, or whatever. Facebook, on
Dora.
everything. Where? Alexa?
Pandora.
Everywhere, man. Wherever you go,
Said Alexa.
we're there. Don't forget,
Alexa.
Nightlife Entrepreneurs. Website is nightlifeentrepreneurs.podcast.com.
Where could they find you? Where could they find you?
And find us there.
Your handles.
As you can tell, this is not a serious thing.
I see that.
We're relaxed.
All right,
Cool.
So the reason we invited her
where can
here
people
today.
Find you? What's your?
Oh,
Yeah, man.
if you
Don't forget
really,
your
really,
handles, man.
really want to find me,
Yes.
that Nightlife Entrepreneur is my Instagram, and LMG Miami is where you find our parties.
Yeah. You can find me at Ico Taps Beer, and you can also find me at Doral Food and Wine Fest.
What are yours?
My what? My
Wow.
Thank you.
At Kat Rivas Instagram.
At Kat Rivas. Kat with a K.
Yeah, with
All
a K.
right. A K, party people.
And at Best Party Miami.
There you go.
Party Miami. At
Best Party Miami. That's
Wow.
one of the reasons why you're here, by the way.
Yep.
Hey, this is looks really good,
Hey,
and we're here.
We're
at
in the Blue Martini. One more
Martini.
time. We enjoyed it last time too much with Joey V, and
Yeah,
we
man.
are back over here today. We wanted to try the flatbread that we didn't try last time.
Wow, we need to try it. It looks amazing and smells good.
Yes.
And
So, Kat, you are here today because we want to talk about the industry. We want to talk about being a promoter as a woman, of course, being a promoter, maybe not when you're in your early 20s or your high teens.
look how she's looking at you.
know.
She's like, you better not blow up. my
I am
spot
not
right
saying
now."
what your age is unless you
She's young.
tell somebody, but I'm not, I'm not saying you're not young. Again,
I mean,
we've
I'm
had
not
this
as
discussion.
young as when we met, but I'm still pretty young.
There you
Of
go.
course. And you said it right. Pretty young. That's cool.
So yes,
Man.
but
Millennial.
oh, exactly. You doing it while you have a relationship. You doing it.
Never gonna work.
Well, actually,
Just kidding.
what she
The
did
promoter or the
actually is the way it works.
No, the promoter. I wasn't talking
Actually, he
about
got me
relationship's
into it,
good.
too.
Oh,
There you go. So,
it's definitely gonna work.
so we'll get into
He's-
all those
he's the
things
man.
and about we want to find out somebody that's starting. What are the things that maybe you struggle with, while you're starting, on what makes it hot. So we'll get to that.
Little by little.
Exactly.
Hey, but we're gonna play a game, right?
We're gonna play a game.
Yeah.
We are?
I don't know. You have
Well,
all these
I brought a little.
Ding, ding, ding.
I brought a
Hey,
cheat sheet.
Hey, they could throw
you know.
like some like you know what I mean, like
I normally we normally don't have a cheat sheet, but in this
Hello, I'm on
episode, I decided to bring a cheat sheet. This is actually the outline to my course, my online course, and the reason I brought it is because I am pretty sure that whatever questions she has, the answer is going to be in here.
Oh,
And if it's not, then don't go by my course.
if it's not, no, it's edition number 2.
Exactly.
The questions that you've never asked.
And then the truth is, you guys will never know if it's in here, because I can
Exactly.
say it is.
Yeah.
So, but no, actually, if it's not in there,
It's a good
I
thing.
can add
Man. You can make a note. You know.
so yeah. So
edition
that's why
number
we're
2.
here.
Okay.
And first things first. How did you
You're excited?
How did you make the decision? When did you decide? All right, this is something that is for me.
Actually, a few months ago, I wanted to do something fun, something
Cool.
I used to be around as a clubber, let's say.
Clubber, like a party?
One of my good clients,
partier,
yes,
yes.
for sure.
You're a partier, okay.
Yeah, for a long time actually, for
Okay.
a while. And I wanted, how an actor then tries to be like in the back and a director and the whole thing.
Yes.
So I wanted to give it a try.
Oh.
I'm into meeting people and you know, talking to them and all of that. So I think this is a good job.
Awesome.
You have fun while making money.
Definitely a fun
There you
job.
go.
Hey, were you ever a promoter? Did you ever, like, is that something that you just now became curious?
What do you mean by now?
Yeah, like,
I know. What's that
after
supposed
so
to
many,
mean?
no, after so many parties, you know what I mean?
I mean, I've promoted before, but not nightlife, you know.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I just wanted to give it a try.
Cool.
Okay. So, all right. So
Best industry ever.
you mentioned early before we were live that somebody brought you into this.
Yes,
Who's that?
my significant other.
There you go.
Oh,
Okay.
shout him out.
All right. So
What's his name?
he's also
Oh, no.
he's also a promoter.
He's also, all right.
Right.
One on the low.
He's been doing it also, you know, more in a part-time way, I would say. I mean, now maybe I see something
He'll be here next week, party people.
because he did
We're
it.
gonna interview.
You know, he's been working with us
Okay.
for a little while, but then I guess for love
We went somewhere else.
they decided to move out of the country. They went to
stop.
Spain for a little
Oh.
bit. Yeah.
Oh, you went to Spain?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what. Hence
Wow.
the wine back there.
Oh, that's why you got the wine? It has nothing to do with the Doral Food and Wine Festival that you're all going to be there November 10th and 11th.
There you go.
That was a good one. Right?
So yeah.
Yeah.
So where were we?
You were in Spain.
No, well, yeah, I
How
went
was
to
that?
Spain and then I came back. Actually, he motivated me into getting into this, and now we motivate each other.
Each other. There you
Yeah.
go.
Awesome. No, and it's good because when you're a couple, you kind of both, right? Like, you both get home late. You're
Well,
both
I
on
mentioned
the same
before that
grind.
it's in another episode that we spoke about the fact that it is not easy. You know, for like when we spoke to Kata for Teach, we spoke about relationships in the industry, and when you're doing this job, it's not easy to have relationships
Exactly.
while you're doing the job. But if your significant other
yeah.
is also doing it, it's positive. Now, I saw something you
That's
guys
your
did.
soulmate. You asked
There
me.
you go. I saw something you guys did that was quite interesting, and I asked you when I saw it, and I didn't know what it was. Now I'm understanding a little more. But you guys went ahead, took a step forward. Instead of just being Kat Rivas and significant other, now
Oh, it's on the low like that. No, you got to say the name.
when somebody's as famous,
Oh,
you gotta.
wow. You got to.
You guys are never gonna know who it is, but
Episode
there you go.
29.
Unless you
Stand
come
by.
to our parties. There you go.
There you go.
And then
The
you
name
guys
will be at the
actually,
ticket.
you guys actually started using a different name, like a business name. Is that what
Yeah,
exactly your
something
mission?
catchy, you know, and then that we could both manage.
Okay.
And
Oh, wow. So you guys opened up like your own little company.
we're pretty serious about this.
Wow.
Right.
That's good.
Right. Okay.
Could
So
you say the name?
Oh, yeah, Best Party Miami.
Best Party Miami.
Best Party Miami. Yes.
Check it out, party people. You want the best party, go to Best Party Miami.
Like
Kat Rivas and significant other. Best Party Miami.
I love the whole.
BPM.
Yeah.
I imagine people showing up at the door going, "Hey, I'm here with significant other."
Yeah, significant other put me on the list.
There you go.
You know,
So
but
just
I
to
know
be
Kat.
clear, on the first part of the course, we do talk about
significant
this
other.
being something for you. Like we double check that the people that are getting into this are actually ready for it. So that's why I brought that up
Cool.
in a sense. Now the fact that you're putting a name to what you guys are doing, we talk about that in the second one, which is the branding part of things. You know, some people take too much, like they try to build their own name, like the person.
Got it.
But when you have an actual name by your side, you know, I understand you currently work with the LMG company, but having that other name gives you a lot of room to grow,
Yeah.
you know? And maybe you have some clientele that might not be a LMG type client, but they will follow you with their Best Parties Miami, and so
Best
a
Party
lot of
Miami.
different things for that to be a positive thing.
Hey,
Now-
question: did you do this in Spain? With
No.
you guys didn't do this at all.
No, but we were thinking about it and, you know, trying to come up with a plan and, yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Wow, I'm interested to know like how did it all? Was it like
Right.
just a normal conversation at home, drinking coffee? Like how did it all like Julio Mario? popped
Why
out?
with us?
Yeah.
Why with us?
Because you've been a friend of mine for a long time.
Oh,
And I've
Thank
always loved your parties. I mean, it's the best, or you've had the best Latin parties in Miami. Every time anybody
heard
will
that.
ask, I will send them your way or whatever. So So pretty much it, that's where I've had the most fun. And
So you know her.
To go a little into that
Yeah.
and get into her brain a little, there's also something we talk about here is picking your niche. And the niche you're working with is gonna define where you're gonna do best in a way, depending on the people that you can move around,
if
the people
it's
that are gonna
Latin,
follow
if
you, etc. With us being an upscale Latin crowd, that's probably the people that you have more of around you to follow and to go to the events, etc. Even though at the beginning we do focus a lot around our own friends when we start promoting,
course.
we do grow into clients that we didn't know before, of course.
Does that happen organically or what?
Both. I mean, there's an organic way of growing.
Word of
for
mouth?
sure. And
I think a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, word of mouth, social media,
right. Well, I see them. I see them.
Anything, as long as
They
they
are-
come to the party, right?
Right. They are currently in that stage, that beginning stage of where most of their people are their closest people, which is good in a way because you want to make sure that they,
So they're going through phase 1 of the book.
in that sense, for sure. But they're going in a good, in a
Good direction.
the right direction. Exactly. Having been able to say, "Oh, I brought 60 people to a party," on a certain night, is not something everybody
first
says.
night.
On her first
Oh,
night,
wow, that's
so it's
good.
not something as a sub promoter that everybody does. It's a good thing. She has the potential. They both do. Right now, when she said that they both encourage each other, I guess.
Yeah, we motivate each other.
Motivate each other.
Same thing.
I
awesome.
see it for sure. And it's working. It's working. So that's a good thing.
How long did this best party companies begin? When did it start?
Honestly,
3 hours ago?
yeah.
Nice.
Actually, like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago,
Yeah,
okay.
that we've been like
As the name.
brainstorming as a name. The
Right.
whole idea has been for a while, but brainstorming and really putting work into it, I would say 2 weeks.
All right. You have a logo?
We created one.
Oh, you created one already?
Yeah, we
All right,
did.
damn. See, they're good.
On our own. We didn't get anybody.
Oh, you
We
didn't get no
hire
graphic
anybody.
designers, no nothing?
No.
All right, that's the tip, all right? You need a logo. You don't have to get a graphic designer. You can connect yourself
Well,
and
you know that there's some
kinda like
people out there that have excuses
create
all the time.
it your own, like at home? Like with,
Yeah, pretty much.
what were you saying? Sorry.
There is no excuses when it comes to that. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I have no money. I can't start doing this." This is not a business actually that you need money to start with. The overhead in this business is extremely low. For example, creating your own logo, there's apps out there like Canva, for example, where you on your phone you can design a logo. There's so many different ways. And if you have $100, there's websites that you go, you do bids, and they will do something like that. But
Awesome.
if there's some money in the bank, you guys, that's
Hey,
not an excuse.
That's a cool little tip also. All those little companies that Julio Mario just mentioned for you to create your logo,
Now, if
create
you
your
do
website.
this, I
There's
create
no-
it for you.
Oh, yeah, if you buy the online course where you actually create the
Yeah, man.
Yeah? All right, there you
I
go.
honestly, I help them through the whole process,
Wow.
the whole thing, and stick by. What I want to see, honestly, is that it actually works. I want to make sure
course.
there's the success behind it. And for example, when I've spoken to her, I haven't started mentoring per se, Kat or significant other. Beep.
Wait. By the way, my significant other was the one who created the logo. I approved.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
I made
There you
some
go.
changes.
Oh, okay, all right.
See,
all right,
that's where the
good.
motivation is. Good. He's the artist. He is the artist.
Yeah?
We both are, but he
Right.
He was the one that
yeah.
put
I'll
it
give him
together.
credit for that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Right. But I definitely do want to, and I wanted to have this interview before I started actually mentoring them, because I know that there's potential in them. I know there is,
See it.
but I want to help them more
Have the light.
to grow more. And honestly, I don't see them. I don't want to help them grow within my company only. I want to see them grow even after that.
With this company.
Well, with
That's what I
right,
mean.
exactly.
Of course. Awesome.
And there are many things that are gonna be happening, whilst they're going through their process, and that's why I want to get out of her head. What are the things that maybe she struggles with the most when being in this business?
I think now at the beginning, just people faking.
People what?
Flaking, not coming.
Oh,
You know,
yeah?
saying
Oh, man.
yeah, and then not coming.
Yeah, do you lose friends in this business with that? Like, I'll be there, Kat. I promise you, I love you. I'll do everything to be there. Boom, the next day, you're
I'll just
like,
beep
hello.
them out, and that's
Like,
it.
hey, what's up? You know, I needed you to be there.
Yeah,
Especially in the beginning, right?
Eventually, yeah. But I've gotten a lot of support so far, so
Okay. So what do you do in that case? Like, how do you like?
You mean lesson number 3.4?
Yeah. Like, how do you like really get your friends to go? Like, do you?
Actually, that is the one,
Yeah.
and it's called Get Personal.
Get Personal,
There's
yeah.
different things, because when you're promoting, you do. There's many different things that you can do. Honestly,
Like,
yeah.
right here.
but it's true.
Get
It is.
personal. So
it
you
is
gotta
section
call them-
3.4.
You gotta call them and like tell them how much it means to you for them to be
it's-
there.
I mean, you don't.
yes, you give them the guild trip.
Yeah, that works
pretty
in a
much.
way. But
Okay.
but being personal is more a little deeper than that. Is you don't only call them to invite them to the parties. Make sure that you actually hang with them a little more. You call them when it matters. You call them to talk about them. You know, if you treat your clients like clients only,
Yeah.
or if you start treating your friends like clients, even worse. Of course, you're gonna lose your friends. They're not used to you calling and saying, "Come to my party." They're used to you saying, "Hey, I'm going out. Let's go out together." Which a lot of people use that at the beginning, and it works. And I know that, for example, significant other uses that more. People don't see him. A lot of people don't see him as a promoter. He just probably tells them, "Come party with me, hang with me." But there will be a moment, if you want to grow, that you have to put on the hat and say, "I am a promoter." The thing is this: a lot of people see it as a bad thing.
I don't think so.
Sure. Like,
Well,
what?
if you did, you wouldn't be doing it.
Not me.
Oh,
today.
trust me, I'm like, I go out there and ask people. I come up to people.
Yeah.
I like networking, so I mean, I used to be very shy, but I
Okay.
lost that.
Oh,
So
wow.
I come up to them and I'm like, hey, listen, come to my party. I'm promoting.
When is your party?
Oh, well, we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Woohoo!
Yes, sir.
So anytime,
Busy, man. We're busy.
any day.
Woohoo! Yes, sir. All right. We rest on Mondays.
No, we don't. We're here.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. So you're promoting all the time.
Yeah, I guess we're focusing more on the weekends,
Okay.
just to start with. But there's always going to be somebody who will ask, hey, what's going on Tuesday? What's going on Wednesday? What's
Yeah.
going on, you know? So,
By the
You
way,
have that answer.
we have 2 parties tomorrow, which is Tuesday.
yeah.
You feel good about that answer, like being able to.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I gotta put you onto my Thursday, all right? I have a Thursday. I have my salsa dura at
you go.
Cafeína Miami.
There you go.
If you want salsa dura, come to Cafeína.
There you go.
So, but
I love the
But
concept
it's
of it.
funny. Let me ask you something. As far as like the money, right? Like these 2 weeks, and Julio, when do they start seeing the money? When is it from the get-go? Like for those people who are listening right now, they're kind of looking at Kat like, oh wow, this is someone new. We're gonna get the real deal information.
Right.
How's the money, and what else? What else? Because right now you just made a point that you used to be shy, and now you're not. So is this kind of like also like a therapy for you? Is this kind of
Not anymore.
No?
I lost that. I'm usually shy on camera and on the mic.
Oh wow, you're doing great.
But face to face, no. I've been working in the business. You know, like I used to manage a restaurant, and then
Oh, okay. So you were shy like in junior high school.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
what
much.
you meant.
Not so long ago, but
Okay. Yeah. I know.
yeah.
By the way,
junior
when I
high.
started, I was completely introvert. Completely, like I was super shy.
Oh, you were?
Super shy. I mean, this changed me a lot. And
Started
I think,
noticing?
It
yes,
does.
and this business does help your social skills in many ways. Number one, it's people come to you a lot. You know, when you start growing in the business, people are the ones coming to you to say, I want to go to this place, or they'll talk to you about whatever at the venue. Or there's also the fact that this is involved. You know, there's a little alcohol involved. in the
Cusqueña is
business.
always involved.
Always Cusqueña.
Drink Cusqueña, party people.
It's pretty
It helps,
good.
you know, no matter what. You know, I'm not saying that you need to drink in order to have a social life. As a
Drink
matter of fact,
responsibly.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of promoters that do well that don't even, drink. I'm drinking
Yeah?
a lot less now, not past Sunday. Why are you laughing? Because of the soccer game, I'm
it's
sure.
just last week, my friend here
Exactly.
celebrated.
No, she was there.
Like you should.
I was there. I was
you were
celebrating
there.
too.
You were his bodyguard?
I have some good videos.
Oh, wow.
So,
Please edit those
so
in.
yeah, I think people's social skills will get a lot better when they are in this business because you are forced to talk to people, but then you also realize that it's not that bad. That the worst that can happen is that somebody's not interested in talking. Just go on to the next.
Rejection, yeah.
They're lost, you know.
How do you deal with rejection?
I just don't give a beep.
Yeah, like
You
don't
know,
turn around.
Beep, beep.
Okay.
It really depends on how you approach.
Yeah.
But it is very difficult that somebody's gonna turn around and not be interested in either a free drink or
Complimentary.
you know, you'll have a complimentary. You know, you will have a no cover. Exactly. You're not supposed to.
Good
See?
job. Beep, beep,
She's
beep.
doing her.
Right? She's doing her reading, boy.
Yeah. Actually, my partner's the one that keeps saying that all the time.
Well, I've always
He hates the
said it,
word
you know,
free.
yeah.
No. Free is not a good word. All right? Nothing's for free. Everything's for sale.
There's no
And complimentary.
I forgot.
What?
There's no such thing as a free lunch. But there's
Yeah.
complimentary out there, so.
Exactly.
And we have it, so.
Exactly. All right.
I love that. We're having complimentary pizza right
And we're
now.
not eating it. Why are we not eating the pizza?
Well, that is a very good question.
By the way, it's very good. If you're in Miami, the flatbread here at Blue Martini is amazing.
There you go. Have a little plate action.
Thank you so much. All right, Kat. So, to not
Kat, you're feeling good in this business. You seem like you're on fire. Like you're just like this best Miami's. Can't wait. Like I'm gonna Google you right now and I'm gonna call you and I'm gonna tell you what's there to do on Sunday. And you're gonna
American Social.
Oh, yeah, I was
There you
going to
go.
say, yeah.
boom.
There you go.
American Social on Sunday.
So going back to he was asking about money.
Yeah.
And like, is the money there and whatnot? Which actually, here it is.
There it is.
2.5. We talk about doing the math. 2.1. We talk about doing the math in the course, and one of the reasons we talk about it is because a lot of people get in the business and they don't know exactly what to expect. They don't know how much money they can make. They don't know what they need to do in order to make that amount of money. They don't know what, you know. So I try to make sure that people do have goals, and they understand that the reality is that sky's the limit. You know, you can make as much money as you want. It all depends on how much you want to put back into it. And this applies probably in most businesses.
In every business.
You know, but this is easy money. This is easy money if you actually put, you know, love behind it and you do it with passion. If you do enjoy going out there, having a good time, having a few drinks with your friends, and getting paid for it, seriously?
Why not?
I mean, right? Like, why is this not cool nowadays? That's one thing I'm trying to understand nowadays. When I started doing this 20 years ago,
Wow.
this was like, it was like the thing. It was like everybody wanted to be the promoter's friend. You know, nowadays it's like, oh, you are another promoter?
Oh wow.
Because people, you know, tag themselves as promoters just for knowing 10 people and bringing 10 people to a party, and that's not what it is. You need to, you know, actually do a little more than that.
Make it happen.
Right. And this course is actually only for the beginners. It's
Listen,
for
and you always
starters.
have to kind of like recycle, right? As you're growing, your network starts growing, and it's
Yeah.
kind of like everybody has to start tagging
when
everybody.
I
And
think when you're growing,
by the way, the pizza's very
you
good.
shouldn't like, it's not recycling, it's always adding new, but never forget about the old. You
Never
know,
forget
like
about the core.
The ones that have always
Help
been
you.
there, you know, like for example, I know one of her good friends, Vanessa, who's always with her.
Vanessa,
She was
what's
always-
up?
Yes.
She's always been with her, like as a friend, as a partner, as a you know, when she went out clubbing, and now I know that she's gonna be there for support, you know, and for sure, you know, those people, like you can never forget about her if she has new clients that are spending money and like crazy or whatnot. You know what I mean?
So you and significant other, you both party, you identify, hey, you know what, we kind of party, we like it, why don't we start making money, right? And then you come to an agreement, yeah, let's do it. Let's take it serious. Let's create a company. Does that change your style of partying? Does it make you stop drinking? Does it make you now more like, who's here, who's not there? Like, what happened to Enrique? And what happened to this one? And
I think we still enjoy it.
or is it you're partying and you
I mean-
just kind of like recap at night, like, oh wow, I wonder what happened to this one. And does it feel the same? Are you still partying? Are you still drinking? Do you drink when you party? Like,
Yeah, I mean, we try to take it easy at some point, but yeah, we party and then we multitask. That's pretty much it. And
Okay.
since there's two of us, it's not like, while I'm dancing, 'cause
Yeah.
I love dancing, he's like, getting the people in and the whole
Getting-
thing, or
okay.
vice versa, He's talking to his friends inside, drinking, and I'll be out there. So it works out perfectly when
works
you're
out.
like, you have a partner.
but does it feel different now that you're?
The partying? Just a little bit. I mean, yeah. But I wouldn't say in a bad way because
No.
are making money. So
Of course. So you're kind of like celebrating now when you're dancing on the dance floor. What about you, Jay? Like when you party, do you feel like when it's not your party, do you feel different? Do you go to the party and you're kind of like, man, I don't have to worry about anything here?
So, confession, reality
Yeah.
is I haven't been to anybody else's party in the past 10 plus years.
Wow.
So I haven't, and it's not like for any reason like I don't want to support
Yeah, it's
somebody
just
else.
yeah, you
or
gotta
not.
come to my-
I just, for example, like right now, like she says, I got 5 parties on a weekend. Weekends that starts on a Wednesday, ends on Sunday.
Wow.
When you got 3
So, yeah.
kids and a wife, and and it's not like our side of the business currently. I'm not, like I have people like Kat and significant other
Yeah.
who support us. There's a team of about 30 of them.
Yeah.
But myself and my partners, we have to make sure that everything is, we gotta be creating the different concepts and the events that are gonna be happening and whatnot. So I really have like very little time to go to other things. So we do miss a lot of the stuff. And there's the other fact that I've been doing it for so long that when I have a free night,
Exactly. You
what
don't
I
wanna
want
go
to
to
do
a
is
club.
probably completely different. Like I would love to go to like the Food and Wine Festival,
Yeah.
for example, or to your event, that looks a little more
Different.
that caters to,
Yeah,
to me.
something different, just
Exactly.
to switch it up,
Right.
and that will help you also kind of like let loose, right? Because
Yeah,
you're
for sure.
just in another environment.
For sure, but I would never you probably never see me like going crazy at somebody else's venue or party
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatnot. Like when I lose it completely, it's my own party. I make sure I'm thrown out by my own security.
We've seen that. We've seen that actually.
Yeah.
We've seen that.
Yeah, you have to sometimes.
Well, no, that's good. They'll be nicer. They'll be gentle, right?
Oh, they are.
cool.
They're very gentle.
That's awesome.
Oh.
So, hey, why don't we play a game with Kat? Why don't you ask her questions to see if she has the right answer?
There you
Oh,
go.
God.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
You know?
Let me ask you now
throw
that-
her a B3 right there.
Now we talked a little bit about numbers. What are your do you have any goals currently?
We do actually. I won't talk about them, but we do.
Okay.
We
So
do.
that's
We definitely do.
Do you have a goal of like a quota, kind of like?
Yeah, pretty much like a weekly
Oh, that's
goal.
good. That's
Okay.
good. So that's important.
It is
Always.
very important, and like I said a little while before, and to let you guys out there know, the numbers that I talk about on the course have a lot to do with Miami. Things could be different in different parts, of the country and in
Yeah.
other countries. We know there's
Other
people
cities.
out there in Canada, Australia,
Shout out.
Polish, So the reality, what I do is, for example, this course is a course that is designed to teach the new promoters to make $250 the first night they start working, and from then on, it's up to them really, like what they can do. But with the 250, that's what the course is worth, basically. So basically, it pays off on the first night they work, and it lasts 2 months to do it. So in 2 months, they got their money back by just doing a course.
Awesome.
And then they can do that, repeat that every night if they do everything that's here
and
by
grow.
the book. I don't even do everything that's here anymore.
course.
I don't even have the time to do everything that's here because my life has changed. But when I did all of this, it was beautiful. Money
So
was
this
not
is
an
like
issue when I
hustle,
was
full
25.
mode blast.
Oh yeah,
This right here.
yes. And this is, like I said again, the beginner one. Because I do the same afterwards for the
it's like a
ones.
blueprint.
Exactly. And then there's gonna be the same thing, but for the guys that are already doing it, or the ones that went through this and that have been doing it for a while, but they want to they can't figure out how to grow or if you own the company and you've been doing it for a while, but you want to get better numbers or whatnot. And I have that one too, with numbers and what to make a night and whatnot. So there are different levels. This is like the beginner level, and it makes money anyway. I want to ask you a question. What are you doing nowadays to build a base?
You ready?
Like basically meaning, I know you have your base clientele, you have your friends, you have your people that follow you.
Oh, we're playing the game right now.
Exactly.
Okay.
What is that wheel?
Is what you do to bring in your network.
You talk to everybody that I get that vibe from, that they are gonna come. Yeah, I see the potential, so I walk.
Step to them. You go up to them. You go up to anybody in the street.
Production, all invited.
Guys, you're all invited. Right? You over there. You over there.
All right.
So just getting myself out there, ourselves out there, as a company, as even individually, and just merging everything, and so pretty much that networking is very important.
Networking.
Yeah.
100%.
Kat, is the reason why you and significant other doing this? Is there, you wanna, you have a goal for like to buy a club, or a goal to open up a store, a restaurant, a bakery, like?
Oh, we do.
You do?
We definitely do, yeah.
So this is kind of like something that you both put your heads together and said, hey, let's do this, and we're gonna do this for this amount of time, and by this time we should have made this much.
Definitely.
You want to talk about that, or?
Definitely. I mean, if
about
you want
what that
to.
Goal? Yeah, I want to know.
Exactly my goal?
Yeah, I want to know.
I don't know.
No?
Well, some people believe that putting it out there is not a positive thing.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
true. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
There you go,
But the good thing is having the goal.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
I believe she needs to have the short-term goals, and she needs to have the long-term goals, for sure.
Yes.
And if these goals are both of their goals, and they're the same goals, that's amazing to have. That's very hard to find. So that's
So what's the worst thing that has happened to you in the nightlife?
Oh, in general? Or now that I'm promoting?
No, you can talk about now that you're promoting.
Oh, I drank too much on Friday.
Oh. Don't drink on Fridays. Only on Saturdays. No. So you drank too much on this Friday?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then I had to go promote on Saturday and Sunday, which I still, I pulled it off, but yeah.
Trooper.
Yes.
So you don't, any viewer out there who's also starting to promote, your tip is don't drink.
No, drink.
Drink, but just don't
control it. Or drink on the last night. The last day on Sunday. Just go crazy on Sunday.
Yeah, but then on Saturday you're kind of like.
No, I was still dancing.
You're still dancing, but you just weren't on full mode.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I can say that.
So there's a tip.
I mean, she's just starting right now with this, so her bad story is not going to be that bad for now. Getting
that was bad.
A little drunk is not a bad thing.
I mean, it wasn't that
not as bad as Julio last week, but
people didn't realize it, by the way.
Only a little bit.
There are videos.
But it was fun.
There are videos. I'd love to see them.
Oh, there are videos.
And did you ever work as a waiter, bartender, or anything like that? Anything else?
In the business.
In the business?
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your background.
I started as a manager at a store, but then I moved on to being a hostess.
Okay.
At a bowling place, upscale bowling place that I won't mention. Okay. But it was pretty cool. And from there, I moved within the company. I moved up within the company, and I started managing the place. Okay. And I met a lot of people in the business, promoters, a lot of promoters. So then after that,
So you've always kind of been in the circle of guest relations, concierge, public relations with people. Okay, so that's helped you also.
Yeah.
Right? Do you feel?
And for some reason, I'm a people magnet. They just they get that vibe from me. I don't know.
What do you think it is?
Yeah.
Why do you think that? You are a people magnet.
It depends. I really don't know. Sometimes I ask myself because sometimes I tend to have a strong temper sometimes. I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah. The
Be
cat
careful.
comes out.
The cat comes out.
No. But yeah, it's just the way I am with people and the way, I don't mind talking to them and.
So the cat comes out.
But I think it has to do a lot with that. I mean, I think you're very open to talking to everybody. There's a lot of people I've met that are super close to their circle, and they won't open up to anybody else.
She's very open.
When you are open to anyone, and it doesn't matter,
Yeah.
color, race, or whatever.
I meet people everywhere. Even when I travel, I meet people everywhere.
You're a talker? Are you like that person that sits down in a plane and talks to a person next to you, or you?
No. I don't know. Like people talk to me, but then it's a little bit of everything, going on.
Right. But if they talk to you, you're not kind of like shady. You talk back, and you're kind of like.
Oh yeah. I'm not like, I don't close myself to it. I'm pretty open about it. I won't tell them my whole life. I'm very private.
Okay.
But if it is to talk, there's always a subject to talk about, and if people are alone, even in groups, I always meet them and I always keep in touch with them, and that's important to keep in touch with everybody, which is not easy, but it's possible.
You know what I think it is also? I think she's real, and I think that's one thing that people smell a mile away in this business. When you're not being real, it is different. If I'm having a conversation with you, and you're just being fake and trying to sound like you're the shit.
The party's good, but it really isn't.
If you're promoting at the moment, but like I said,
our
promotion
are always good.
There you go. But by the way, promoters.
Well said.
One of the biggest mistakes promoters make is that all they do is promote, and they forget to just have a normal life and be normal and have a regular conversation about everything else, and then the promotion will do itself. Because the way that she talks about, some people will come up and talk to her. It also happens that when you're having a conversation with anybody, if you don't bring up your party, they will ask. So hey, so what are you doing now? Or what's, so let them do that. Let people drive themselves into the promotion. You don't have to be the ones to drive them into it. Don't make it the other way around.
Drive into the promotion, people. Drive in.
And by the way, I've made that mistake 1,000 times. I've driven friends crazy that have sent me messages like, can you please not send me any more, WhatsApp messages or whatever. I mean, and I get mad for a minute. I'm like, I'll delete you.
Wow.
But
delete you. Imagine.
It goes away.
Any tip you want to give to that young girl or that young person,
super
or
young,
whatever, that just tells you, who's thinking about becoming a promoter and doesn't know? What's that one tip that you could give them that can make them decide to do it or to not do it?
Okay, in that sense, because I was gonna say, I agree with Julio, and then do not push it, do not sell it like that. Mm-hmm. Just try to be like, include them and be like, okay, let's have fun, let's do this. Not push it. Don't sell.
Don't sell.
Don't sell.
So just kind of like let it flow.
Let it flow. Be natural about it.
Let them ask you, let your energy be so natural that they just ask you, hey, and what do you do? And then that's your moment when you
just have a conversation and then just throw it in there, and there you go.
Just be natural. Be natural and just have a regular conversation. And when they say, what are you doing tomorrow? Oh, you got to be at this party from 9 to 5. I'll buy you a drink.
In a way, and again, you don't push them to anything. Like I said, you got some people that are super close to you that you can push, and whatever. But the reality is that you don't need to be pushy. They will go. People want to have a good time.
Do you ever take it personal when they don't come? Like right now, you like, they say no, I want to delete them.
You know what's bad is if somebody says they're coming and they make a reservation and you have no tables, but you make an exception just for them, and you say the best table because everybody says, come on, it's me. Everybody says, I want the best table.
Yes.
Which is one of the reasons I say she was a good client, because she always got those good tables in the front.
Oh, cool.
But like, there's a lot of people that will not show up and will not even tell you that they weren't coming, and that kind of thing it's not to get mad, but
when you just made a point, like she was a very good client.
Yeah.
When do you, as a promoter, make that decision that you should bring them in? Like, do you ever think about that? Like,
Yeah,
if your
there's-
clients start asking you that they want to start working with you, and you're kind of like, hold up, she's kind of like a very good client, and she
Right.
brings a lot of good people.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't.
All right, so there's two different ways that this can happen. First is if I decide, hey, this person has a lot of potential, because I see that she's hanging with a lot of different crowds, especially not with they come with the same crowd every time. It's
Got it.
probably not
So
somebody.
you
with the
identify that, you notice that
Sorry,
they're
that's
bringing.
one of the things for
they're
sure.
bringing with.
For sure, 100%. But and then there's that other measurement of say, so how much are they spending or whatever. But in her case, it was different because it was not like it wasn't like we asked her and pushed her into it. It came the other way.
Got it.
Yeah.
But we right away knew, oh, of course, welcome, welcome.
Welcome to the family.
And what I saw in her right away was not only her doing it, but I want to make sure that she's one of the ones that I am mentoring, because I want to make sure that she does it right, because I know she has all the potential, all the good reasons to do it.
She
You know what I mean?
definitely has passion.
Yeah.
Like when she's speaking about it, she seems excited. I think if there's a listener out there or a viewer out there who's watching you, they're like, man, I want to have that fire. I want to have that drive.
Oh, for
I think
sure.
she seems to already have made the 250 mark.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, if she would have taken the course, which she hasn't, like I said,
I am.
Hey,
and
very
she will,
soon.
and she will, and she will.
Right here, the cheat sheet is right here.
But the reality is, I know for a fact that whatever goals she has, they're gonna accomplish, for sure. And I know that he's gonna put more into it after she does this, and
Yes.
and they're gonna be both very, very excited about what's happening and the growth that they're gonna have afterwards, for sure. I know that for a fact.
Awesome.
I wanted to ask you something also. That's also in here, but I wanted to know, like, what do you do?
This is another test. It's
I
part of
thought
the-
it was a game.
It's a game.
Yeah,
It's a game. It's a game.
Yeah, you win the pizza.
Bing, bing, bing. Yeah.
I want to talk about what you do during the party, because a lot of people forget about, they stop the promotion at the party itself, or even after the party or whatever. And this doesn't, it never stops. There's something to do before the party, during the party, after the party. There's follow-ups, as there are in any business. But when it comes to the actual day of the event, when you're actually at the venue and you have clients there, what kind of things do you do?
I make sure they're okay all the time. We call it table touching in the business. You go, and be like, okay, everything okay? Do you need anything? Sometimes it gets very hectic, but you still gotta do it. And you're having fun, but just do it. They're your friends. Just go have a conversation with
Table
them.
touching.
Or, table touching. And just,
So you walk around and you go like this, touching.
yeah, I go touching the tables.
All right, so yeah. So for sure, that's one of the things that you must do. A lot of people forget. There's one thing that we have in the business, and it's the promoter
table touch?
Oh, I used to table touch a lot more.
Because how do you
now
table touch?
I promoter touch.
Now you're promoting.
the
Yeah,
back
so,
of the house.
so I have to
Promoters
make
touch.
sure that everybody's doing their job.
Got it.
So I go and I make sure that all the promoters
Are
are
good.
touching their table.
Got it.
And everybody's on top of all their clientele, making sure that if somebody's not doing their job, I go to those clients directly. I make sure, like a lot of those things. Nowadays, some of the promoters just won't listen. There's this issue with millennials and not wanting to do it the way that it's been
You gotta
done, and
text
they
them.
want to do it a different way.
You gotta send them a text.
Texting is one of the things, but like, there's a few things that they need to understand that are not going to change. The old-fashioned way of the relations, talking
people.
to actually talk to people instead of just
I totally agree.
texting and sending posting on Instagram or whatnot. It's not going to pack up the venue.
Of course.
At the same time, posting a story while you're at the party doesn't mean that you're telling everybody, hey, yeah, it's good or whatever. There's a lot more to it, and it has, the fact that she uses the word table touching.
Yeah, that's a good
You know
term.
what I mean? Touching, it's for a reason. There's that personal touch to it. You gotta be that close to somebody to actually take care of them. You don't go from far away, all good. No, you come close. You make sure that they realize that you actually care about them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the one client that's gonna come back. That's
And
the
thank
client that's
them.
gonna talk.
Yeah, thank them for coming.
Oh, for sure. for sure. Do not forget about thanking them.
Don't thank your table.
That's one of the reasons that things are working for her. Even though as a company they have only the 2 weeks that she mentioned.
Woo-hoo,
You know, they've been doing a little more than that. But
good.
but things are gonna be growing for them for sure. You know, and we're just making sure that we give them everything they need. That's what I'm,
Sure.
right now, instead of ourselves being the ones that bring the people, although we do still have a lot of clients of our own, we're more dedicated to helping the new generation, for sure. You know, calling you new generation.
New generation.
Awesome. I am.
Hey, so is there anything now that he gave you the new generation
Title.
is there anything that you see nowadays that you would change in the nightlife, you know, on party, or what would you like to see more?
I
You
mean,
know, are
there's
you
always room for changes, I guess, or I think they do a pretty good job, and they've been doing a pretty good job as a company, as a nightlife, you know, company, and yeah, and they're great inspirations.
Mm-hmm.
They do it right, yeah, but there's always room for innovation and
Do you give out flyers, or are you
business cards.
business cards?
Yeah, or anything. My number, my Instagram.
You give it all just so you can stay in contact with that person.
Yeah.
And connect with them and let them
Yeah.
know what you have coming up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday.
Yeah, just don't saturate them with stuff, you know. You like,
Oh, that's a good thing. So
Yeah.
don't hit them with all your parties. You hit them with like your
no,
what?
you know what? It depends on the person also.
Uh-huh.
I'll send them, some of them I'll send them just all of the nights,
Okay.
everything that's going on.
You feel them out.
Yeah.
You feel them out,
Yeah.
and if you know that person is open, you kind of send them all
Yeah,
nights.
I'll even ask them, you know, if they're interested in knowing about everything that's going on all the time, you know, keep them posted about everything, all the parties. Maybe some are, some aren't, so, or they'll be like, oh, whenever you have this and this night, because it's better for me to go out on a Saturday, then I'll be
Got
like,
it.
okay, this
Hey,
what's
the
going
more
on.
personal they can get, you know what I mean? Even when you're doing the promotion.
Yes.
You know, nowadays, and this is in the advanced course actually, but you segment the clientele. You know, when we're doing the email database part of it.
Yes.
You know, when you're getting new clients and growing your base in that sense. There's many ways nowadays to segment your clients as to what they like and what they don't like, so that you don't send everybody everything and they end up deleting your emails.
You have your weekend group. You have your
Exactly.
weekday group.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah, and even like I'm not, you know, your family is separate from, you know,
Yeah, of course. Wow.
everything. Just make sure that everything's segmented into the
Segment.
correct groups
love it.
and whatnot. So I'm excited for you, because I know that you guys are going to be doing great things. Now, what I don't know is if you guys have spoken about what we talk about at the end of every episode, and that, you know, I don't know if it's something that
Triple trouble.
that you guys, you know, spoken about. I know that you guys have probably practiced, but I don't know if you've actually.
This is getting too personal. What are you talking
Is
about?
it? Well, in a way. The end of every episode, we have a segment.
It wasn't
called,
me.
Night Father.
The what?
The Night Father.
The night father.
Well, in this case, it would be the night significant other.
the night
Oh.
significant other.
And
The other?
have you guys thought about what happens when you guys have children? Have you guys talked about the possibility of having children? Are you so far away from there that,
Babies. baby.
or should I just read your face?
Yeah.
I'll play the fifth.
There you go. Okay.
All
right.
right. Yeah.
Okay, she can do that.
Yeah.
Can she do that?
Yeah, totally.
Let me read the rules.
Yeah.
The reality is that we are super excited about her joining the team. She brings a lot of that positive, you know,
Yeah,
attitude.
that
and-
is full of
and,
surprises
What is it?
and
Life
she's got
coach.
fire.
She's got a lot going on.
Into the team.
Fire.
For sure. So the whole LMG team is very excited about her being part of it and significant other being part of it.
And notice that you could kind of multitask. You could do many things
yes.
because you run your own schedule. That's what I think is the best thing that.
There's yes, and we do get into that too.
also
There are many ways to do this
rule
business.
number 5.
You can do this full time, part time. You know, sometime you can do this. Like if you want to do it just for a little while
Yes.
to do something else later, or if you want to do this as a career, believe me, you will make good money.
And you could do it.
Yes,
Kat,
sure.
it's been a pleasure meeting
good.
you and having you with
Likewise.
us at the Nightlife Entrepreneur Podcast. I'll
Thank
see you.
for
I'll see you
inviting
around.
me.
Hey,
Hey.
could you say goodbye to people in Italian?
And oh yes.
Yeah, where could they find
in
you?
Italiano.
Italiano.
Ciao ragazzi.
Ciao ragazzi.
So your handles again, Instagram.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
Well, now, with how many handles she has? Go.
Yeah, no, but your
Tell
party.
how people can find you.
Oh, at Best Party Miami.
Go to Miami.
My personal at Kat Rivas. And
Coaching.
at Life After Catharsis.
There you go. Whatever you need.
Yes.
All right, the Nightlife Entrepreneur and at LMG Miami for all your party needs.
And you can find me at Ico Taps Beer and at the Doral Food and Wine Festival. And don't forget to come to my Salsa
Guys,
that night.
the book on Amazon and get the course, guys. Get
Hey,
the
drink
course.
Cusqueña.